get all laptops out, and 3 or 4 of them will be playing. It was just an amazing thing, and it was an awesome way to intertwine that technology with math and really make them become passionate. So I just wanted to commend Mrs. Chris and Mrs. Duval for thinking of a new way to make the kids love math again. Not that they hate it, but it really made it exciting for them. And then secondly, at the middle school, Mrs. Llewellyn, who I think did an awesome job of really inspiring the kids this year to get involved in donating to help other families in the neighborhood that are needy around this time of year, whether it was toys or clothes or whatever they needed. I know my son personally was astounded that there were families that in this area that really needed help and needed coats and things like that. And you know, we do a lot for our church, but the fact that it was coming through school as well reinforced how one person can make a difference. So I just want to thank those teachers for the extra effort.
Thank you. Please.
My name is Amy Kittle. I live in Willow Springs, and most of you, I'm sure, have heard of me as of late. I sent an email complaining about some of the issues that are going on at our middle school, about how 2 of the board members and some of the employees of the school were mistreated, I believe, by just not realizing what our children need in this school. As a parent, I think it starts with you guys. I think this school board is obviously 5 against 2. I stated last week, or the last meeting, that bringing back Mr. Wrigley, no offense to you, I have no idea who you are. It's just the fact that the taxpayers wanted change. You did not do it. And it stumbled into more. Parents here want our kids to get the best education possible. I, for one, want the best for my son. As a parent, if I don't stand up for my son and say something, that's where we're failing as a school. And I don't think this school wants the parents' input, at least the middle school. I have a totally different opinion of the elementary school. I brought stuff to the middle school, such as box tops for education. I don't know the lady who's at the desk, but I'll send them the elementary. I'm like, doesn't both the schools want the box tops? I delivered them to the elementary school, and I have been for the last year. Last time I delivered them, Mr. Vandekar noticed. He's like, oh, hi, Amy, or hi, Mrs. Kittle, how's Ellen? You don't get that at this middle school. And I think it starts here because parents as a whole are so unhappy with our school district. We want better for our kids, and you guys have to provide it. Because no one, we voted you in. I think you guys all need to look and just really realize what this school needs. They need technology brought up, just like Mrs. Barker just said. The kids, playing on their iPads a math game, that's what encourages the students to learn better. I'm sorry, as a kid, if the teacher was standing up there talking and going on and on and on, kids tune it out. They need that extra, oomph. And I don't think this school is providing it because it's so concentrating on the Iowa tests. I have a friend who's a teacher. She's a 5th grade teacher at a very affluent school, very high in their Iowa basics. She just moved into 5th grade. Asked the other teachers, what do we do to prepare the kids? What do we need? How am I going to do this? The other teachers responded, we do nothing because we teach our kids enough already. That's what this school needs to do. They need to teach our kids enough already. You need the technology. You need, to work together. And this school board doesn't work together. It was obvious from sitting here in the first half hour this board doesn't work together. You guys need to get together, work as one school board for all of our kids, or our school is going to fail. And that is what I truly believe as a parent.
Okay, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Okay. Anyone else this evening? Okay. We'll move on then to the consent agenda, which consists of approving special meeting minutes of November 9th, 2011, approve Regular meeting minutes of November 16th, 2011. Approved closed session meeting minutes of November 16th, 2011. Approved payment of November payroll, December warrants. Bill checker, you can start this
Okay,
evening.
I was bill checker. And I had quite a few items that Catherine and I went over together, and she really answered all my questions. One thing I do want to bring to everybody's attention is number 4, the regional taxi. There is a duplicate payment that was made in the amount of $320. It wasn't actually made.
No,
it was just recorded twice.
This is where, Lisa?
It's
Item
number
4
on the bills.
So what's the total then?
Well, it would be 1,020 minus 320. Okay. And then number 15, I was just wondering if that was $500 of monthly cleaning of custodial uniforms, but actually that is the purchasing of new uniforms, which is within their contract currently. And they did not get new uniforms last year, so this is for new uniforms for them this year. Question? Oh, number 55, life moments regarding the newsletter. I was just curious if the $3,401.21 was all inclusive of setup, actual print production of the letter, Lisa, postage, and then her fee, and it's all inclusive, and we do it twice a year. So this was the payment for the first time for this year. Well, then in number 43, I was requesting a breakdown of costs for our legal, which we do have later on in our packet. 61, we had to order 2 additional Spanish workbooks. We need those for teachers. Oh, and then number 71, that fee of $4,967.80 is beginning of the year service on the boilers, entering into the winter months. Number 74, the RICO payments, that covers labor, parts, service agreement. Number 77, we had a background check for a long-term sub. And number 86, that $250 membership renewal is for the entire year. That's not a monthly fee. And then I also had the same question that Karen had regarding the online textbook subscription of the $840.
What number was that?
That's on the payables pre-list. Here from the bottom. And that's for math.
Good job.
And that's it. That's it for me.
Anyone else on the bills?
I had a question. Catherine and Mark were kind enough to answer a lot of my questions earlier today. I'm looking at number 84. And it says that we purchased 100 sheets of letterhead at $250 a sheet. I mean, $250 total, that's $2.50 a sheet. And it kind of got me thinking, that seems like a lot of money for paper, and I know Mark had said it included setup fee. And my brother used to be in the printing business, so I called around and I talked to PostNet, and that guy quoted like $100 total. I talked to Minuteman Chris, and he said it was like $45 for copy, it's $25 to set up, $45 for copies. So I don't understand why we're paying $250 for 100 sheets of paper when we could be paying only like $75. And not only that, but when I was talking to the man at Minuteman, he was very upset, saying that, we should be using a vendor in the district.
Hold on. We're checking bills.
But
everything you're saying, the rest of the board is now stuck. We can't comment.
Oh, okay. So I'm just saying that seems like a lot of money. So maybe we should look at a different vendor.
Thank you.
There we go. So, I mean, do you think that's not a lot of money, $250 for 100 sheets of paper?